Hello, world. Good morning, welcome, good afternoon, good evening, good day, mate. Whatever it is, the time of the day that you're joining in. I just want to thank you so much because I got all kinds of messages and stuff and people saying, hey, I watch your Shake Talk. So thank you very much for doing that. So when you come in, say hi, right? Drop a little emoji down at the bottom, give me a little thumbs up, show me some love, whatever it is, just so I know who's here, right? Because I like to acknowledge people when they show up because life's too short not to have a juicy and delicious experience, right? So this is Shake Talk. I am Barbie Lane. And what we do here is we talk about quality of life assurance. We start with the best breakfast ever, which is the Isagenix Ice-Laying Shake in our humble yet really accurate opinion. And we talk about things going on in the world around how to assure your quality of life. So there's things about nutrition, there's things about mindset, there's things just about really great books that I'm reading, and that's what we're talking about right now is one of the really great books that we are reading. And this is the image. I pulled it up on my tablet today. Just a second, hold on, come on image, there we go. Make it bigger. Oh, okay, well that's what you got to see, the image. So the chapter today is experiencing the world as an ally. So right, this little dude is like, and then he goes, I love you, and then they become friends. That's the whole idea of experiencing the world as an ally, right? All right, so here is the commitment today, and we are still on commitment number 13, and we are experiencing the world as an ally. I commit to seeing all people and circumstances as allies that are perfectly suited to help me learn the most important things for my growth. And this is so powerful when we really focus on everything that happens around us, through us, is here for a reason, right? It's here to help us grow, for us to experience our best selves, to have the best life ever, that kind of stuff. So that means it's our perception of what that looks like. It's our understanding, our telling ourselves a particular story, right? So we talked about how we look at things as obstacles, or we can look at them as learnings, right? The definition of ally, according to the book, is allies associate with one another for a common cause or goal. So whenever you're working with the same one, even if it's unspoken, right, they are your ally. And truly everybody is, because I believe there are no mistakes in the universe. And then we talked about challenge. We talked about the commitment in action. So today we're going to talk about practicing the commitment. I almost knocked my computer off there. So practicing the commitment says, when we consult with leaders working on this commitment, we ask them this key question. Okay, this might be one of those write them down kind of questions. If the universe were using this person or situation as a perfect ally to help you grow in life, what would you get to learn about yourself and life? So there it is in blue. Okay, so if the universe were using this person or situation as a perfect ally to help you grow, what would you get to learn about yourself and life? That's a great question to ask yourself, especially when you're in a challenge or in a frustration or someone's ticking you off. So ask yourself, would I be willing to see this person and these circumstances as an ally for my learning? So what could I learn? What could I experience? And a lot of times we're stuck in our head, right? I know I am. Sometimes when I get in the middle of a challenge, I get stuck in my head. And I was like, so I try and write things down, and then I look, well, that's a dumb idea, but that's not it, right? And because I'm doing a lot of practicing, I'm doing a lot of work to figure out what, how I can be happiest, right? Because, when people say, who are you? I'm like, I'm play. I'm all about the fun, right? I'm all about, having laughter and joy and leaving the situation better than when I got there, kind of thing, right? So I'm always kind of, not always analyzing, but I'm really reflecting on what I need to think, feel, to feel better in this situation. So quick story, example. I grew up with 2 sisters and a brother. We all grew up with the same single family home. My mom worked hard. There were many things that went on in my life, okay? I have one brother who not very valuable to society because he has addictions. I have 2 sisters who are completely different, and they just live their own lives, and then there's me, right? We are four completely different individuals, yet we all grew up in the same area. So how is that possible, right? Well, we have different thoughts, we have different teachings, we have different learnings, we have different understandings as we grow old. And I'm sorry, here it is. Someone's going to yell at me for saying this. If you're in your 40s and you're still blaming your mom for something happened when you're 10, get over it. You've got some work to do. You've got some work to do. It has nothing to do with your parents. I'm done. Okay, so what is my biggest judgment about the way that this is, or how is this person or circumstance helping me face something that I've been unwilling to acknowledge or fear? Hey, that's really good about if you're still blaming your parents for something that happened 30 years ago. Just saying, these are great questions. So here are some possible reasons you attracted this person or circumstance into your life. Now, people say, nah, I didn't attract that car accident, or I didn't attract the divorce, or I didn't attract. Something did. There was some lesson to be learned, and sometimes we don't get to know in this lifetime. Just saying, I'm not even going to go there. So maybe you have judgments you want to release. Maybe this is a pattern you want to break. The universe is inviting you to pay attention to the wisdom in your body. There's something you've been unwilling to face. There's all kinds of reasons why, right? I am very different, aren't I, Jessica? There's many reasons why things happen through us. Remember, not to us. If they happen to us, then we want to blame somebody. But if they're happening through us, then it's our job to do the work to get them through us, right? So it says, in a nutshell, experiencing the world as an ally. Conscious leaders commit to seeing all people and circumstances as allies in their growth. They create positive pressure needed to expand beyond their comfort zone. They're able to shift out of the state of comparison and see everyone as equally valuable. And this perspective recognizes that all people and circumstances are allies in learning and growth, right? Thanks, Jess. So here's the thing. We can bitch and complain about the world and say, this is a problem, and I'm not or we can say, wonder what I can do. What can I learn from this? So I woke up this morning thinking about daylight savings time. And I was like, why am I thinking about daylight savings time? And that's what I asked myself. I'm like, well, Barbie Lee, why are you thinking about daylight savings time, right? And then I was like, I am exactly 30 days from, I don't know if I'm exact, but I am 30 days from a federal election. I'm going to vote for the party that abolishes time changes in Alberta and across Canada. I think we should just abolish it. Saskatchewan already doesn't do it, right? So how can I experience the world as an ally? Because that's what I'm working on. So I'm thinking, okay, so now what I want to do is I want to start, I'm going to start on social media. So I'm going to start asking, I'm going to start tagging politicians and stuff, because they're all over social media. They have their people all over the place, right? So I mean, like, what's your position on daylight saving time? What's your position on and I'm just going to start asking. I'm going to get them to start thinking about it, right? And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. I'm not saying that all of a sudden, on November, I think it's going to be November 3rd this year, because it's the first Saturday in November. So I'm not going to say all of a sudden we're not going to change times, but God, wouldn't that be fabulous? Think about, okay, seriously, people don't understand the havoc that changing the time has on shift workers, has on hospital, medication times, staffing, changeovers, like the amount of heart attacks that happen, the amount of, it's crazy, the amount of change in the body that happens when you automatically lose an hour of sleep every single day after your body has been adjusted to a different time. And then the same freaking thing happens in March. It is ridiculous. That's my platform. I'm voting. I'm going to go for Prime Minister. No more daylight savings time in Canada. Saskatchewan, you win, because you already haven't changed. So my point is this. I got all excited. I can sit here and complain about daylight saving time, or I can experience the world as an ally and use social media. Use some channels to say, listen, if this bothers you, here's some information. I'm going to figure out, I get all these survey things, and sometimes I'm supposed to write a letter to my MP. I'm going to figure out how to do that. And I'm going to be on a little bit of a kick right now to say, listen, we're getting a new government, or whatever. We might get the old one, who knows, whatever's going to happen, but we're voting, we get to vote. And what if this became a thing? And I was like, why not? Why can't I experience the world as an ally? Just as an FYI, where the heck did my phone go? Anyways, later today, you're going to have to wait for it, because a post is going to come up with a picture of in the world who actually observes daylight saving time. And then you can tell for yourself. So here's my point. Live a juicy and delicious life. Have the best life possible. Your quality of life assurance starts with the best breakfast ever. And all I have to say truly is, people, make good choices. Have an amazing weekend. We'll see you next week.